Hey guys, I'm Brittany Hughes. You're watching MRCTV, and this is your reality check. So God bless them, but the liberal media just can't seem to keep their heads from being permanently lodged up their own, well, safe spaces. So now they're going after what they have defined as fake news, which is always of the conservative variety, of course. And we here at the Media Research Center, well, we got pegged as a fake news offender. CNN's Brian Stelter, still freshly heartbroken over Hillary Clinton's loss to Donald Trump, decided that so-called fake news spread by outlets like us was responsible for the outcome of the 2016 election. Because all of those crazy right-wingers out there are just so stupid that they will fall for every rumor, hoax, and conspiracy theory that you throw at them, and couldn't possibly be smart enough to vote on things like their own health care or taxes.
Now, to be clear, fake news infects the left and the right. But the evidence indicates that this is more of a problem on the right.
All right then, media folks, I'll play. Let's talk about fake news. In fact, here's a recent example. Last week, CNN deceptively edited footage of retired Lieutenant General Michael Flynn calling radical Islam cancer, instead making it sound like he was condemning all Muslims in general. But that's all part of CNN's recent crusade to demonize everybody who's been mentioned as a potential member of Trump's administration. Now, does that qualify as fake news to you? Or, journalists, let's talk about how Fidel Castro was not some messianic revolutionary as you all seem to want us to believe. Good Lord, the New York Times called the guy a romantic figure and a spiritual beacon. Fidel Castro was a murderous dictator who slaughtered thousands of his own people and hated anything that sounded like freedom. He jailed and executed his political opponents. He oppressed his own citizens. He restricted the freedom of the press and spent decades consolidating his own power. Oh, and remember that little thing called the Cuban Missile Crisis where we all narrowly avoided a nuclear war with Russia? Oh, but yeah, Castro was the greatest because, what, Justin Trudeau says so? Is it fake news, CNN, to suggest that all Trump supporters are racist because 200 crazy white supremacists held a meeting in D.C.? And it's not like fake news is a recent problem. It is a chronic habit that the media has had for years. So let's talk about how it's total bunk that women make 79 cents for every dollar that a man makes for doing the exact same work, and how the media repeatedly uses this completely discredited lie to push a political agenda. This myth has been repeatedly debunked using things like data and statistics, but the media is still spewing it like it's gospel. Yeah, let's talk about how Planned Parenthood began as the sick brainchild of a genocidal racist who thought black people shouldn't be allowed to populate, or how children of color from poor families are still the group's primary victims. Or are you too busy pushing the fake news that Planned Parenthood actually gives a crap about women? It's fake news to pretend that the only people coming across the U.S.-Mexico border are parentless toddlers. The liberal media makes its living off of fake news, whether that comes in the form of biased reporting, omitting inconvenient facts, or just flat out making things up for their own purposes. So maybe instead of whining about how fake news kept you from getting your way this year, you should take a hard look at your own reporting and get that nailed down first. And that's your reality check, America. Stay sane out there. And thanks for watching, and if you like this video, check out more on our YouTube page or at mrctv.org. And make sure that you like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.